Hi everyone, I'm Anika, and this is
Adi.
we are from Entrepreneurship Innovation Group, second year, and we are here to have a very interesting and maybe a little bit controversial discussion about our life as immigrants, as Indian students in Lithuania. So, shall we begin, Adi?
Of course,
Oh,
yeah.
forgot to mention a guest sitting behind the cameras that you can't see who's going to be asking us questions. Oh, you can see. Come on, Thomas. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Uh, I caused some delays and he was very patient to wait here, so shout out to him. So
Shout
I
out
think
to
we can
me.
start. Thomas!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so guys, are you ready for some question rounds?
Yeah.
I'm bracing myself.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about student life and education here. So
Whoops.
what was your first biggest culture shock in Lithuania while you were studying?
Okay, so first I'll start. So I don't see like a culture shock here because I expected some of the things to happen here, but not like really big cultural shocks. But some of the things which I really like faced and struggles, if you ask me, like people looking at me like an alien sometimes when I walk around. So that's like the major thing which I faced here. And not pretty much like culture shocks over here because I saw some YouTube videos like how people live in Europe, and so it was kind of like similar to what I expected. But the thing which I said before, like people looking at me in a strange way, that's kind of like which makes me sad sometimes not to go outside as often. So that's kind of the thing which I faced. Yeah, maybe Annika, you have something to add up.
I mean, I've been living here for 5 years now, so my story is a little bit different. I came here in 2020 when things
Yeah.
weren't how they are in 2025, and I know some people might say in 5 years things cannot change so much, but trust me, Lithuania did it. So in 2020, when I came, it was COVID, and I mean, I'm a smiling person. I like to talk to people, and the first time I smiled to someone in Lithuania, they were like looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?" And just I realized that okay, and then I realized the gravity of where I am, and if I'm saying hello to someone shaking hands, they just move back and they're like, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for me, that just started the culture shock, and later more and more came. You know how people talk here in India. You know when we address new people, we say sir, ma'am, or for example, if Thomas is younger than me, he would address me as oh big sister, something like that. Here, even my boss or people who might be 30 years older than me, I have to call them by their name. And then I mean, now everything is much, much better. People are more understanding and open towards culture. But at that time, another culture shock was just how we dress and how people are dressing. So if we are dressing too cold for the weather and they're not, we would just get looks plus for a skin color. And we can
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
honest, just fun about our accent and a lot of things
That's
were
true.
culture
That's
shock.
true.
But I would say now in 2025, it's getting less and less and less, or maybe we are getting more integrated. I
Yeah,
don't know, but
so
I had
thanks.
a big culture shock. And just one more thing to add in India, we live with our families till 24 or 25 years old. And here, if I tell anyone we do that, they laugh because they are already
That's true.
moving out
Yeah,
around
that's true. Yeah.
16 or 18. So when I talk to my friends here, oh, do you live with your parents' house? They're like, no, I'm not weak. Okay,
Like
okay,
that, yeah.
okay. So
I have a follow-up for Adi
Yeah.
actually. So you mentioned you're getting looks from people. Is it usually from people your age or
Yeah, so it's basically not from our age, it's basically old people. Old people like middle age, like 30 to 40, something like that.
yeah.
And also in the university it's good, but outside it's kind of different and I feel sometimes judged by the
Really?
looks, yeah. I feel it a lot of times, yeah. And also like when I was walking outside, I was in a club, Chaos, and there was a guy who was like trying to like say I think that he was drunk, yeah, and he was like gonna say I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna kill you, and some beep words and fuck Indians and those kind of things he said, and that was really like sad for me, yeah.
Do you feel safe in this country though? Or
At the
do you
night,
feel safer in India?
honest.
be
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, if that guy comes to stab me, of course I will punch him. So,
yeah.
but it's kind of I travel with fear. I mean, not much fear, but I have those kind of symptoms outside, especially in the night when people are drunk outside. So I feel sometimes scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit of fear.
Compared to India, you feel.
Compared to India, it's like kind of like my place. So even whatever happens, I know people who can handle it. But over here, I don't know no one. So it's kind of like hard.
Right.
But over there, it's like kind of like my place, my comfort zone. So even though something happens, I have people like who will fight for me. But over
Yeah.
here, I have no one.
True.
So that's the thing.
Are people more friendly in Europe or India, in your opinion?
So that's kind of a more controversial question. That's
Be honest, it's fine.
you should be honest. Like people like over here, it depends. So they treat different nationalities in a different kind of way. So Indians means like some kind of I received some kind of comments like that as well. And I mean, to be honest, yes, they treat differently. In my opinion, I'm not being offensive.
Yeah, Annika?
Um, about friendliness. Actually, I have to think because I think there's different kind of friendliness here. I feel safer here than India, first of
Oh.
all.
Yeah, first of all,
Big
let's
time.
clear up. You're from.
Delhi.
Yeah, and Adi
Yeah,
is from.
I'm from South India. It's
Yeah,
from Tamil Nadu,
these
which
are
is
very different places.
yeah.
We
So
don't even speak the same
yeah, we
language.
don't speak the same language, and we also have cultural shocks from Delhi and my culture as well. So the food which I eat, Anika, I've never heard of. The food which Anika eats, maybe I've heard of, but
And I can't read anything written in his
yeah,
language or
that's
understand,
true.
and he
Yeah,
can't in mine.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
obvious. So we speak different languages. Yeah,
So and for you, you feel safer in Lithuania.
I do definitely
you
because
do?
I
You're
think the
honest.
context is that I'm from Delhi.
Hmm.
So Delhi, I think everyone would know it's the capital. It has very good sides, but the sad side of it is the safety, especially for women. And I mean not just for women, even for my father, my brothers. I mean they have different kind of danger, but for us, we have a very different kind of danger. And yeah, it might sound controversial, but there's more sexual danger than just, stealing or getting beaten up or something like that. And it happens way too often in Delhi. Overall in India, yes, but way too often in Delhi. So in Delhi, in broad daylight, also, I wouldn't feel safe going out alone. And in Lithuania, I feel nothing when I walk out like at 4 a.m. walking around. I go for a walk. I don't feel scared at all.
So look, that's the difference. A man feeling scared and a woman feeling safe.
So see, that's the right country
So
then.
look, I mean, yeah, it depends upon people. So
I mean,
yeah,
but then something is happening right here because okay, the only thing that I would be maybe scared of when I see drunk people is
yeah,
that
that's
they
true, of
might
course.
approach it just like you said.
Yeah.
But I would say there are areas in this city and especially luckily the area I lived in, and it's in Jarmun and Shiaras Mistal. It's a very good area. You never find drunk people there.
Mm-hmm.
I go for walk like at 4 o'clock and I'm not scared at all.
Okay, yeah, I
If I
mean,
see drunk people, different.
yeah,
But
it
yeah.
depends on places. Yeah. Next question.
Yeah. So, how did you even choose to study in Lithuania? Like, have you even heard about this country before
Before,
you applied?
no,
Yeah.
I never thought it's a country in Europe because when I like I thought of first going to Finland, but due to some personal reasons, I chose ISM. So I chose this country especially for the university. ISM. It's kind of like really good, and
But
so
because it's kind of like Nordic style university, right?
yeah, it's and they like marketed themselves in India, and I saw them in a like where like when I graduated high school, I saw ISM as an international university, and I somehow I don't know how, but I saw it, and I like approached them, and then it happened like that. I don't know. So and I'm here. But when I explain Lithuania as a country to my friends, they say that is it in the world or it's from another planet because they have never heard of the country.
Yeah.
It's like so small. My state is bigger than Lithuania, basically. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
My state is bigger than so it's like really hard when I say to people I study in Lithuania. It's like kind of like they don't know the country as well.
You live
So
in that village? You study in a village? Like,
no, I mean,
no.
it's not. I mean, it's a city, but people are not like so educated to know about all the countries in the world, right? Even if I say Hungary, some people might not know. Even if I say Finland, some people might not know. So it depends. Yeah, but Lithuania, it's kind
Or
of
I
like
think our geography focuses on different things because in India we have so many
yeah,
states, so many
yeah,
rivers, a lot of geography that the only things we have heard of are big cities and big
yeah,
countries
yeah.
and our own country and everything around it. So that even might be
Bro,
why.
even I don't know some of the states in my country as well. I gotta be sure. Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about you, Annika?
I mean, maybe I have a story that maybe most of the Lithuanians might not like. When I told my parents traveled, so they have been to Lithuania, so they knew Lithuania existed. But when I told my grandparents, the first question they asked, "Is it in Russia?" And I said,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
"No,
I mean, yeah, I want to add up.
no,
Yeah,
you don't say
yeah,
that."
yeah. And when I want to add up when I told my relatives that I study in Lithuania, which is near to Russia, the next thing they said that come back to the country. I don't care wherever you study, whether it's a good university. I don't fucking care. Just come back because be safe. Don't get attacked. So that's the major factor. Even my dad said like if any kind of situation happens, just come back.
Yeah.
Don't care about the university, don't care about the studies, just come back, we can do something here. So
I mean,
that's
this
the major factor.
generation of our parents and our grandparents, they were born grandparents in like 1940s, 50s, and our parents like 1970s or
Yeah,
60s, where, we knew Lithuania differently, I would say. They knew. They heard about Lithuania differently. So most of my extended family didn't know. I was happy my parents knew at least, but they would also make fun that, oh, you're going to a village because it's small, just because of that. And I mean, yeah, just like it's nobody have heard unfortunately of Lithuania. And why I chose Lithuania? I didn't choose it actually. It was like it was COVID, and I wanted to study engineering, which is what I did first. And I wanted to go to Germany. COVID hit and the borders closed, but I still wanted to get out of India, get
mm-hmm,
international exposure. And a student agency came to me and said that,
mm-hmm,
Lithuania, you should go there. And
mm-hmm.
they sold all the good points about
Yeah,
Lithuania, but I
yeah,
didn't believe it.
mm-hmm,
Economic cost of living, it's the best place to be safe, and so on. All I saw was a buffer time to stay
mm-hmm,
in somewhere until COVID passes and I could go to Germany.
mm-hmm.
That was the plan. So we didn't know how long COVID will last, and I thought after 1 year or two, I'll go out of here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I'm still here 5 years, so now I'm here by
that's
choice.
good. Yeah,
But I didn't come here by
by
choice.
choice. Yeah,
So
same for me as well, but I like it here. I mean,
yeah, I mean now I love it. I would love to spend, all my time
the
here.
except the weather.
No, I love the weather. That's
Be
a great
honest,
topic.
be honest.
No, I'm being honest. So Delhi, I mean, it's like South
I mean,
India.
I haven't experienced Delhi's weather. I've been there like once. It's like
45
45 degrees. Yeah,
degrees,
it's like
40,
it's
45. If
different
I
from my
touch
place.
my head,
I get it. I get
it
it.
burns like I'm touching a stove. But
Yeah, yeah,
here,
yeah,
it's
yeah. I mean,
colder.
that's different. Yeah, I get it.
You
Yeah.
don't like the weather
And
here.
that's the exact opposite
I
for
mean, I like the weather, but
Lithuanians.
I don't like. I mean, the cold is good, but it's that I don't see the sun every day. That's the problem,
Yeah.
because that changes my
I
mood.
was I was talking to one Australian person, and now he lives in Lithuania. I think he has lived here for at least like 4 years now, something like that, probably even more. But yeah, at first the first winter for him was like, wow, this is cool. Snow? That's crazy. And then the second winter came, he asked his wife, is this how you live all the time? Like this is kind of annoying now.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
get zero sun in these countries. Like
that's true.
do
Yeah,
do you actually like feel a deficit of sun?
yeah,
Like
of course.
I
Yeah,
medically have deficit of
yeah.
sun.
you gotta
I
take
had
vitamin D tablets. Yeah,
Yeah, I had the panel test, and they were like, "You are very extremely deficient of vitamin D."
Yeah. And because Lithuanians, that's the exact opposite. They go on holidays into the hot countries like Spain, France, whatever. They go to the south.
yeah.
The more south, the better. And in the winter, especially if they get like some time off and they go to like uh probably I don't know, Maldives sometimes even. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also,
some rich
Thailand.
people.
And
Thailand, you
that
should.
has weather like his area where it's more damp and
Yeah,
hot.
What, my place
Yeah.
you're saying?
Uh,
I
the
would love to live where it's always summer. So
Yeah, I mean it's you gotta
India's the
come here. Then
place.
that's the place. Yeah, it's
You know,
it's the same.
in winters, we especially
That's not
Delhi,
winter.
we never see snow. It never goes in minus.
Yeah,
And already when it's 10 degrees, you know how in Lithuania when it's rain and minus 17, people slow down, everything stops. In India, that happens if it goes less than 5 degrees.
yeah. So
yeah,
like I think so north side it is cold in some places in Jammu and Kashmir and
Oh,
all. Yeah, it's
there,
cold.
yeah, but from
Basically,
Delhi,
in my place, it's like the same temperature in winter, spring, summer, autumn. So we don't see
no
similarities in
way.
that.
How
Yeah,
much?
like it's like similar. I mean, in winter, it's like I don't know, 20, 25. That's not cold,
No,
right?
really.
Yeah, I mean, in the summer it's hot, but you see the sun every time, and it's not depressing.
yeah,
How? Because in Delhi, it can go till because it's a not probably close to the Himalayas,
Yeah,
so it can go till 5. But when it's till 5, people are panicking, and every year you can even search. Every year they say, "Oh, this is the coldest winter we have ever seen." It's just 0.1 degree less than
yeah,
that.
that's true. That's true. So now
yeah.
more.
Because Lithuania. Okay, one last thing about this topic. So because Lithuanians, have you heard about vitamin D? Like has a half life of something. I have no idea. But
I never
basically, you
heard.
can bank vitamin D. So
Oh,
Lithuanians and other like Nordic countries, when there's sun, they usually go out as much as possible.
oh,
So that's why Lithuanians just love going on lakes and
okay. In the summer.
but because it's natural for us.
Okay.
So yeah. But anyways, let's
Interesting.
More controversial.
super
Yeah,
controversial.
yeah, yeah. Something.
Yeah. So, Annika, you touched on this point. So, do you think Lithuanian universities have just a good marketing to attract international students, or is it actually like that? And is it actually good for international students and Indian students, probably in specific?
Now that's a controversial question.
Yeah.
So this is, by the way, being hosted by ISM. Shout out to them. So I won't say nothing bad about them, but hypothetically, let's talk about Lithuanian universities. So I studied in two of them. I don't know if you know Thomas, but I studied in Vilnius Tech,
Yeah.
so VGTU, and in ISM. So this is my second university here. Uh, I think, yeah, I think from 2020 till 2023 or 22, I think it was definitely marketing because, for example, Vilnius Tech, great university, but it lacks more English speaking professors or the proficiency. So we were mostly self studying. Now they're improving on it since the past year, but they took in international students faster than they upgraded their professors to be equipped to teach international students. ISM, I didn't know anything about it before 2023 or 24. I will tell you what I honestly heard about it. It's a school or university where rich people send their kids.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
but
what
no,
even I heard.
I
Most of the people still feel like that.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly
yeah.
that's what I heard last also.
And also, I want to
And
add up. Like when I say to other people that I study in ISM, they were like,
you're
You study
rich.
at ISM? Oh, it's expensive there, right?" I mean, yeah, it is expensive because they think that Indians are poor, so they
Yeah.
give like such type of
We're not
reactions that
poor.
how are you? How can you pay that much fee? But uh, it's like that, yeah.
Yeah. Because you both live in a city,
Yeah, we
in a
both live in the
highly
city.
populated
But
city.
I don't think that's
That's the
why we are
problem.
calling ourselves rich. For example, me, how I pay my fees, I am working here and every month I pay in installments. So it's
Yeah, yeah,
not
you pay
like,
like that.
I mean my parents are ready to support me, which does say that, okay, I'm not from a family where I am struggling, but even if I was, I'm still able to afford ISM. But now, the question is it giving enough value for the
Mm-hmm.
extra money it takes as compared
I
to Wellness
think
Tech, where the
yes.
fees is half?
I think yes.
I would say now, yes. But before, what I heard about ISM, rich people
Yeah, yeah.
send their kids, and, it's just chill. People travel and go for Erasmus. Now I'm realizing that was not entirely true. The quality here is really
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So guess what? I spoke with a guy who studies in Vilnius as well, Vilnius University, as you told. He says that the thing which we study is the same, but ISM has a lot of connections around across the globe.
Yeah.
So that's required when you like after you graduate. It's really required. So if they see you're from a good university, then ISM is really popular, so it's highly possible that you get the job than Vilnius University. I suppose, I personally think in that way. So it's really good here, yeah.
And I mean, professors come from different countries,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
especially to their subject matter experts. We have someone who is, let's say, expert in coaching and creative thinking in different areas. One of them is from Silicon Valley. She has her own published books. So we have such
You
kind of
can say her
people.
name. You can say her name. Michelle, yeah, Michelle. She's really good.
Everyone knows. I don't even
Yeah.
have to say the
We
name,
all love
Michelle.
We
Michelle.
all love Michelle, yeah, of course.
We all love Michelle, and we have boot camp with her, and just the way of education that we have here, I've never experienced anywhere, and I think it's definitely
Yeah.
value for money. So now, even though ISM's marketing is really good, and maybe that's what attracts the students, the quality is actually really, really good. So it's kind of both, but
Yeah.
ISM, I have to say, quality is really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
I have a question about making friends here. So, do
Okay,
you have friends first of
okay.
all?
So first of all,
No.
if I so what does friends mean? Wait, to every time be with you and have fun with you, right? That's friends over here?
Sure.
No. Then the question is no. I mean, to be honest, it's like kind of like a professional place over here for
Yeah.
me personally, because you gotta if you gotta have friends, you gotta play some jokes and gotta like you get what I'm saying. You gotta
Yeah.
like understand their vibe and you gotta speak according to that. So that's where the language barrier comes, because even now everyone speaks English, but before, even like some of them struggle to speak English. You get what I'm saying, because when
Yes.
I was here, and it's just hard to even talk in a normal conversation with the students. So it's like it's hard to find friends here, but if you are lucky and if you find someone like really matches your vibe, it really depends upon the person, but you gotta talk, because
Yeah.
people here are introverts, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
But
I'm not
like,
I'm not blaming you, Thomas, because you're an extrovert, but yeah, I mean, we have friends, but you cannot call them
but
every time.
regarding like, for example, let's say religion or political views, like, is it easy to get along with Lithuanians in particular?
It's hard to say what they think. I mean, it's different because we grew up in our space where we talk about some stuff, and you grew up in your space which talks about some of your stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hard to connect with those both, because our stuff is kind of like totally different from you, and you don't even understand a single thing of it. And over here, even I can't understand anything. So it's kind of like hard to relate both of that. So I think
Yeah.
like that.
And how does like entire like university system I don't know, react to like these differences? Is it like appropriate, or do you think
Yeah,
it should be improved in
I
that
mean,
area
right now
particularly?
what ISM is doing is really good, because they have really good like some kind of programs for international students, and also in order to like promote careers for us as well. They have a separate group for international students as well, and they promote for us whatever is required, and they post some information which is required. They ask for information, and they really support. And if there is any changes in the migration thing, they update us. Yeah, they do that as well. But sometimes in the class, students ask. Sometimes they, from out of the blue, they start asking questions in Lithuanian language, and that's kind of like irritates me,
Yeah.
because even the professor starts answering in Lithuanian, and that's kind of like where I get zoned out.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys talking about? I wanna be part of you as well.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's my bad, but I sometimes just automatically switch
Yeah,
before.
so I mean, I
I
don't, I don't, I
sometimes
don't, I don't
forget that.
blame, I don't blame anyone, but
Yeah,
it's kind of what I feel. So that's where I feel like left out, because I'm
yeah,
like most of the time, I'm like the only international student in the class. But when Anika's not there, so it's kind of like I feel
I was
zoned
not
out.
skipping
there just a
classes,
couple
huh?
of days.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, and because I was gonna ask, because I guess it's like a natural human thing to stick around with your own, I guess. Well, it's not like a clan or whatever, but I've noticed, and I guess ChatGPT has noticed with this question, but do you think Indian students tend to stick together too much, or is it that necessary for survival in
Um,
Lithuania or abroad in
I
general?
mean, maybe I'll touch your question before first. Just I think for me it has been the opposite experience. Making friends here with Indians have been harder because I feel like there is a sense of competition, which I don't understand why. um
Oh,
it feels there's it feels like I mean, I'm just being honest, and it's very subtle. They don't say it out loud that we are competing, or I'm better than you and I'm worse than you. They just in subtle ways show these hints. And how can you feel friends with someone who seems to be in a competition with you? And
really? So
I
it's
mean,
the opposite.
yeah,
Really?
what do you think?
Because you see that there is cultural differences between me and Anika as well. And even like you know there's a fight between South Indian and North Indians, right? Like a lot of North Indians
I've
come
heard
into
of it, but
yeah, yeah,
in my case, I don't even think about it. There's no
yeah,
influence, just to let
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. So I wanna
Actually, sorry, but what about you? Do you have any thoughts or feelings about North India, South India?
what
Honestly.
North Indian, South Indian? Oh, this
This
is
is
like that.
getting good.
I mean, to be more honest, yeah, because in our city, it's becoming more like North Indians are ruling over because for the daily wage jobs, they are the ones who you can get for because for basically we do manufacturing business and company, and they are the ones who like work so hard and cheap labor. So they basically come from North India to South India, and they like pollute the place. You know what I'm saying, right? Like,
Unfortunately, I
like
know.
like they like put something in their mouth uh,
And
and
spit?
spit it over. Yeah, that's basically what they do. And also it's becoming we call us we as South Indians we call them vadakans. That's the name we kept. That's not a bad word. That's a word in our language which is called for North Indians.
Okay.
Um, I,
Wow.
I mean,
I mean, this is not a fight between
no,
us,
no,
but
no,
it's
I know.
the
And you know,
it's the
I'm not
thing.
that kind of
Not
person,
on camera, at
anyways.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on camera at least.
Later, we will throw stuff at each other. But for now, I mean, I've seen and heard about South Indians and having their things. I think both sides have. I accept that. I mean, that's why Delhi is not the cleanest. There is a reason why. It's not people only coming from outside, because Delhi, they don't have their own people. It's everyone else coming from outside, living there, learning habits or bringing habits and going to
Yeah,
very nice places in South India. Delhi was once very nice, and I think there's just this less respect for your own country, and when you go out, then you respect your country more.
yeah,
But coming back to the rivalry part, I don't think that's why the competition is there. I think this has been programmed by our culture. In
yeah.
India, we are always compared by others, by our parents. So to
That's
earn their
true.
respect, we have to be better than our
Better than
friends,
yeah.
or make friends that are not
Ah.
better than
That's same as
us.
here, right?
Uh, I
I
mean,
mean,
it
it's the.
differs, but I think it's gotten way better.
I mean, if
But
I do anything wrong, my mom compares it with the
Neighbor's
neighbor's
son.
son
yeah,
or
it used to
or
be
even my
like that.
friends.
I guess it used to be like that, but probably more on that like Slavic and Russian
Oh,
culture when it was more around
okay,
and more present in Lithuania. Right now, it's gotten way better.
okay,
Probably even for the worse, because now just children are not taken care of the way they should be, and they
okay.
do like some things that parents should say no to, I
Okay, so you
guess.
think it's getting better? It's good.
So I'm saying that children are more free from
Free?
parents,
Okay.
and
From the
not as restrained as they used to be.
okay,
So
nice.
but yeah, I
But it
mean,
depends upon like people, right?
yeah, but I guess, yeah, the older generations
Just like
would
that.
say like to their children, I'm sorry,
Okay.
that, look, what are you doing? Your
Yeah,
neighbor is
I get
going to
it. I
Yeah,
get
laugh
it.
at
so
you or
it's
So
whatever.
it's
So
changing,
it's
yeah.
like,
So
it's
it's
changing, but sounds
same.
similar.
Yeah,
What
yeah. I
was
mean,
is
it's like a
sounds
kind of
similar
like
to what it
global thing
is.
which is going on. So
Yeah.
that's
So I think
it's a
that's
parenting like
yeah, yeah,
thing,
yeah.
parents
so it
thing, yeah.
depends on your
And if
family.
that's all you grew up with and it doesn't change, I mean, good for Lithuania, it's changing. But if it doesn't change in a country like India,
That's
you
true.
feel naturally competition. Maybe I feel competition around myself that is not even there. Maybe you're not
Do you think
feeling.
I'm your competition, Anika?
I mean, I don't think so, but I feel a little bit
A
from
little
your
bit.
side,
Okay.
not intentionally,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, I get it.
but that's why I can't differentiate that. Is it just now programmed in my head that I need to see them as my competition? Because we should see each other as community, as we are in
Of course,
India.
that's true.
But I think that's why making Indian friends here has been hard for me. And all of these 4 or 5 years, I've now had two close Indian friends. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I've met many Indian people, but none of them
But
we got
everyone
close.
is North Indian, right?
No, South Indian
South
is not,
Indian. So
because
look, we South Indians are kind.
no, no, the friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Actually, I'm sorry, both are not Indians. I thought,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay, okay.
because with South Indians there was clear competition. They would clearly say that, oh, you guys do this and that. I'm
Ah,
not those guys.
okay.
I would say that I behave
Personally,
in a
yeah, it depends
respectful way.
upon people. Yeah, it
It was,
depends
but they
upon people.
categorize me in that,
Uh,
and I mean, it's not nice if they do that even to you.
That's true.
So, coming to making Lithuanian friends, I think that hasn't been as hard as making Indian friends.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in ISM it has been a bit harder because for me now this is my second bachelor's, so I feel a little bit difference. I mean, in my bachelor's, I did a lot of fun, and now here I feel like kind of like a distance because I feel like I'm not able to relate
Mm-hmm.
much, and then this paranoia gets in head, like for example in our class people come high-five each other. I want to just go in and also high-five like hello,
Ah,
but I feel like, are they doing it just for formality? Am I just like going in there and just
I get it. I get it.
ruining the mood or vibe? I
I
don't know,
get
just overthinking takes over. But at least I don't feel like there's a competition. I don't feel like they're looking at me and thinking I'm better than her. Or maybe they are. I don't know. But
That's
I know
true.
that it's not programmed for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my take on
Do you
friends
feel judged when you're here?
by Lithuanians.
Yeah,
Good question. I think maybe a little bit
a little bit,
sometimes.
but that doesn't affect your work life or your
That
personal life.
does, that
That
does.
does.
But
Okay.
I think having like a vulnerable moment here that I am generally an anxious person. I
Mm-hmm.
overthink all the time. So I think I feel anxious about judgment by everyone. Everyone, irrespective of their nationality. Good thing about my brain and my anxiety, it doesn't differentiate between Indians or not Indians.
Okay.
It just sees people, and if they don't react in a friendly way, and my definition of friendly way, which is, oh, initiating talk, but there are introverts as well. If they don't act in
True.
that way, I start to overthink. So I cannot say for specific nationality. I just think that in general, when you meet people who are different from you, judgment comes naturally. Depends how you react to it or how
That's
you show it.
That's
So
true.
yeah.
That's true.
I have a question. Because Lithuania is because it's a small country and older people are not used to seeing different races like Indian, black people, Asian people in general. So the thing is, for them, it's too hard to understand that it's like now it's normal for people to travel this far and like live in a Baltic country from India, for example. So I forgot what I was gonna ask. Basically, do you feel that the situation here like is changing and like yeah
Yes. So, uh, I haven't been here in 2020, but I have heard people saying when they were here in 2018, and right now it's changing. So you guys don't see in other. I mean, Lithuanians. I'm not against anyone. I'm just saying like people don't. Lithuanians don't see other colored skin guys when they were probably young. When
yeah
a kid is growing up, they see all white skinned persons. But as like but now it's like changing because when I walk around, I see a lot of nationalities outside. I mean, particularly not India, even from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from many other countries, even from Ukraine. I see a lot of people over here. So it's kind of like it's modernizing right now. So Lithuania is kind of like promoting themselves really good. Yeah, they are
yeah
marketing themselves really good, and they are also bringing huge investments over here. So they're like trying to be known country in the world. So
yeah.
there's a lot of people outside. Yeah,
But like,
nationalities.
do you guys feel that acknowledging that, like, for example, our skin is different color, like obviously we're
Yeah,
like physically different, right? And if we like even make jokes to one another about, like, for example, our hair color or skin color, does that offend you? Because
it is.
in some
It
in
does.
some in some Western countries, people get offended for other people, you know. So I want your take on that.
Maybe
Like,
you have something to say.
what's your like I guess a threshold? What's what's racist from a Lithuanian's mouth and what's not? Like,
I think I have my way of differentiating. So,
yeah,
Thomas, you for example, I mean, we have spent some time together in like our the one event that we had like out of the city, and in general, like we've met before,
sure,
and I know you as a person that. At least so far, what I've seen, that you would never intentionally be mean or offensive. So if you make a joke, let's say, "Oh, there is sun outside," and I like some joke on skin color. I don't want to make one, but just let's say
I can make. I'm joking.
You want to make one?
make one. I mean,
I mean, yeah, make one, yeah.
no. I mean,
Okay, no need.
other
Oh,
people
sure.
can take offense. I will get to
Okay,
that
okay, okay,
point.
don't
Yeah.
need.
So I know that if you're making one and in proper like joking context, I don't think I will take offense. But then let's say if there are random people with you who we don't know, and with them you're making a joke that it's in any way insulting, even if a little bit racist, I think then, yeah. So I think the line is when you know people, because when you don't know, it's outright racist because you cannot assume or read their mind.
Yeah.
All you can see is them seeing a difference and maybe treating you different because of it, which is what racism is, right? And I think that's where for me the line is. So if you guys make a joke, and also another line, how many times you make it.
Mm-hmm.
If at every
Mhm.
point you're like, oh, in a dark room I can't see you, I made it, sorry.
Yeah,
That's
If you
crazy.
made it
Nah.
multiple times, then
that's hard.
it's not gonna sit well. And the second point, Thomas, you said, but if you make to me, it's fine. But if I hear you make it to other people, I don't think I'll be happy
Nah, don't
about
make
it.
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's
offensive
like
jokes
talking behind the
behind
back, so
other
that's kind of
back.
Yeah,
offensive,
and that's also where the line is. So, or especially if you don't know the person, he's walking by and you're looking at them, pointing finger, making fun, even if it's a joke and you don't intend to be mean, but the other person, everyone senses, when things are happening. If I feel someone is laughing, looking at me, even if they're not making that joke, just
Yeah, yeah, and
not
also
nice.
even in the university, I like saw some people playing the song to me, like the song like you know that song, right? That song, right? Of course.
Do.
So that I want to clarify. That was made from North Indians, right?
I
That's
don't
a
know.
North Indian song. That's a
I
North
think,
Indian
yeah.
song, and even I'm surprising to that. Even I don't know what that song.
That's not an Indian song. I
That's an
don't.
Indian
That
song. That's a
is.
North
Oh,
Indian song. That's a North Indian song. Like
It's Punjabi.
it's Punjabi, yeah. So I'm not
No,
from
but in
Punjab.
oh.
Punjabi, it's fine because we have more songs like that.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just the thing that it's
What is
so
Punjabi?
catchy. Punjab is a state,
Yeah.
and so Punjabi is a culture like Hollywood song, Lithuanian
Yeah.
song.
Ah, okay,
So
right,
Punjabi
right.
song.
There's a lot of cultures.
And I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's just catchy and vibey, and that's why it
Yeah,
became very famous,
very
and then it
famous.
became the identity of what we sing and dance
That's
with.
true.
Although it's just one state out of the whole India.
But you
So
see that people tease it. People don't.
yeah,
People
yeah,
don't. Yeah.
yeah. And I mean,
So do you find it offensive when
Sometimes, yeah, when they say it to me where I'm not from that part.
oh because they
So
don't know the difference?
yeah, so it's like hard. So I need to like explain to them, bro. This is India, and I'm from South side, and our culture is totally different.
Yeah.
And also, you confuse us with the butter chicken stuff. So I don't personally
Oh,
eat butter
yeah.
chicken.
it's
Right.
not
It's
Indian.
not Indian dish.
I love it.
So yeah, Anika loves it, of course. I mean, I like it too, but it's different from our culture. We don't
And
especially.
there's one more thing that's worst of all.
But is there like a similar thing to butter chicken
I mean,
that you eat?
some other gravy, yeah, some
Yeah.
other gravy in
Yeah,
our
I
culture
think
as
so.
well. But I mean, we can make it as well, but it's not originated from our place. It's a
Yeah.
North Indian. It's a North
Okay.
Indian dish. Yeah.
Oh, debunked. Okay. Annika, you had to say
And
something.
yeah, just gonna say the worst thing is when you ask, "Oh, you're from India? Do you speak Indian?"
Yeah, that's true.
No,
That's true.
India. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
more than
There
200
is
languages, right? The
more
country.
than
Yeah, yeah,
200,
yeah,
even
yeah.
recognize less of them, but like even the language Hindi that you might have heard of is not even spoken by majority. So we have no official recognized language as country's
Yes.
official language except English. It was from when we had England's involvement.
That was the fight recently that everyone Hindi is a national language
Yeah,
and
but it
everyone should
shouldn't
learn.
be. I
It
feel
shouldn't be.
it
Yeah,
shouldn't
that was a
be.
really controversial topic in the
Yeah,
country right now. Yeah.
and there shouldn't be any because making any will just divide our country, and our country is like Europe right now.
Yeah.
Many different small, towns or cities or kingdoms, we can say, um, speaking completely different language, completely different culture, united by one country.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
it's countries united by one union.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
we have that kind of thing, and when people say, "Do you speak Indian?" It's just
it's hard. So you need it's like where times where you like fed up and you gotta explain the whole story again, bro. This is India and this is so big and we are from this part.
Yeah.
So this language we speak and our language is originated from this and we it's hard, to explain. I mean we should, but every time when we ask, it's like so surprising
Yeah,
And
why
but
people.
it's like lack of knowledge
Yeah,
because
yeah. I mean, I don't blame
even
the
I
people.
didn't know that
Yeah,
because
I don't blame the
Deba?
before that.
I don't blame the people. It's
But then, it's we can't complain about that much because it's hypocrisy. We didn't know
yeah,
where
yeah, yeah. Of
Lithuania
course,
is.
of course,
So
of course, of
if we
Yeah.
course.
don't know what our language is, that's fine. Just don't assume and ask, do you speak Indian?
Mm,
Yeah, no,
yes,
because at our like school, I guess system, we only like know India
it's a
as a
country.
country.
Mm,
That's it. We
that's true.
we rarely like speak about, especially about Asian
Culture.
cultures and like even Chinese, or like we more talk about Western countries in our schools,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose. That's why we know less about Asian countries in general, like India, China, or whatever. People that, like, I don't know, by themselves they are interested in those countries, they know that
Yeah.
they understand everything. But for us, yeah, that's why. And since we are the country that with only one language, we assume automatically that other countries have
Also have
only
only one
one
language. I
language.
get it. I totally get it.
So yeah, it's like I guess it's a schooling problem, I guess.
I
No.
mean, no, it's like you guys are taught in this way, so I'm not blaming people that they're not doing. It's just like makes me like vexed explaining it again and again and again. But I am I am explaining, so it's I don't blame the people. It's what he said. It's like how they are taught in
Yeah.
the way. So I don't blame the people. Yeah, it's just like
Because I'm
what they
going
do.
to be honest, we in schools we don't usually talk about
Yeah,
Asian
yeah,
countries at all.
yeah.
So yeah.
So India is basically like Europe,
Yeah.
basically. Like yeah,
It
it's like
has
that.
states, it has basically different cultures,
Yeah, it has
different
states and it has
law,
yeah, and it has different
everything.
law for different states and different political leaders for different states.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can call it that.
It's way different.
Yeah.
Um okay, let me get my questions. Okay, so we talked about like comparing each other to like comparing in a bad way basically, right?
Yeah, I mean, not in a bad way. It's just
So I don't know about you guys, but for example, right now on social media, there's a huge trend of like young people getting rich and having like Lamborghinis or whatever. But it's become to a point that now sorry, every single person our age is trying to like hustle and do those things and whatever. Is it like the same for you guys? Because I think it's originated from Western culture.
you're saying like basically selling courses, who's like scamming people,
Yeah, sure.
kind
Yeah,
of like Iman Ghazi.
He
yeah.
wasn't going there, but that also
That's
touches
the
the
thing which you're
topic.
speaking about, right? I mean, like basically which where they show Lamborghini, Habibi, come to Dubai.
No, no, no,
That's type
not
of no,
just
No,
that.
no,
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 not
not
there.
For
just that,
example,
but
you can see even in Lithuania.
the whole culture of like hustling, and if you're not working and you're not working hard, you're
Yeah, yeah,
basically nothing. If you're not doing this, then you're nothing. Do you like
yeah.
has it?
It is like that as well in my country as well. Yeah. So you're saying basically like even though if I don't work, I will be rich in the future. That's what you're meaning. I
No,
don't really
it
get.
basically right now as like this culture emerges, the main idea of it is that if you're not working your ass off like on a regular basis, even when it doesn't make sense, you could rest.
Uh,
You're basically
that
nothing if
depends
you're
upon
not
people,
working.
right? That
You
depends
have to
upon
always
people's
work
mindset.
hard.
That
Yeah.
depends upon people's
No, but
mindset.
we also are having that impact, and we
Yeah.
always had that, but just not to this level because I think in countries like Lithuania or other places, it's easier to reach there because the competition is less. And in our country, we have about
Yeah,
2
shit. Yeah.
billion people
It's
almost,
a lot. It's a lot.
and everyone wants to get rich. So we have this in India a lot from before, but just less stories of becoming rich and getting Lamborghini. But we have this, and yeah, the impact is getting worse from Western culture because there you can actually see a lot of people getting there and hustling and getting there or faking getting there. I don't know what's the real story. But in India, to get there, it's really hard, and people sometimes have to fake it or something. But this was
It's
always
harder to
there.
get rich in India than in Lithuania, you
Yes,
say?
It's
Okay.
harder,
that's
yes,
why we are here.
but if you know the algorithm, basically the if you understand the market, it's easy. And to be more frank, you guys are like after you turn 18, you like come out of the house, like you are independent. But we are dependent upon the parents. So right now, my father is paying my fees for the university. I'm not ashamed to say that, but he is doing it, and until I get a job. But uh, so that's what our people think. Like even though they don't succeed, they can live with their parents' money. But you guys are really good because you guys are independent and want to do something on your own. But for us, it's like even though if we fail, we have our parents' money and we can do something with our parents. So like it's like kind of like they are dependent with their parents. So it's like that.
Right.
But it depends upon people as well, also.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Uh, I was gonna ask so also about money, jobs, and all about that jazz. Do you guys? So you mentioned that you work here, Annika. What do you work first of all?
I work as a recruiter, so I interview people, hire people for a company.
Yeah. And have you had any similar job experience in India
Yeah,
before? Yeah.
yeah.
And how different is it like entirely as
The
a job?
market is completely different. I mean, in recruitment, let's say when you post a job in India, there are always hundreds of people applying. You don't need to look most of the times. Here, the culture is opposite. Instead of people applying, you have to approach people. Market is small, demand is high, but supply is low. So I would say the work is very different here.
Yeah.
Does language, I have a question. Does language have a big barrier here, like when you're recruiting? Because you're working as a recruiter, right? So you
Yeah,
gotta speak Lithuanian or no?
I speak a little bit, but I don't have to in my job. But I still learn
But
just
I
out
think
of respect.
out of
But
2026, there's a law enforcement where you gotta
yeah,
learn Lithuanian, right?
but I'm not working with customer
Oh,
facing
okay,
jobs.
okay. So it's
Yeah,
for customer facing
so
jobs.
it's
Okay.
only for customer facing, and I work well with English because the companies that I've worked for are English speaking, so they need someone who speaks English. It
Okay.
cannot be the case where
Yeah.
even if they speak broken English, it's fine because they're
y-
English operating
You're gonna be
companies. Their
fluent.
their colleagues are gonna talk in English. So for me, it hasn't been a problem so far. Sometimes it has been where if I call someone for a screening call without, let's say, giving them prior notice, like just call to check in, they feel very nervous when they pick the call, say closer, and I'm like, hello, do you speak English? And it's just, I can feel a little bit of discomfort in their
Mm-hmm.
voice.
Mm-hmm.
And when my colleagues
Okay.
call or email, it's instant connection just because of the language. So there
Okay.
I
Language
feel
barrier.
barrier in terms of connecting to people because recruitment is connecting with people. um yeah, but with English, I'm able to communicate but not connect. So in that sense, it's a barrier, but not that it stops me from doing my job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And one more thing I want to add up. It's out of the topic. In India, the bottle cap comes out. It doesn't stay with the bottle. So it's
oh, I'm
yeah.
jealous.
So it's like that.
No, no.
Yeah, it's like that. You can like just remove it.
Guys,
It
remember
comes
you're
outside.
from different places. So Adi lives
I mean,
in
but
luxury right now.
no, it's not like
No, you
that,
have
right?
to pull it properly and then it
Yeah, but
comes off.
this one, you cannot even take it.
You
Like,
can.
look, you
I
can,
do it always.
you
It's
can do
just
it.
one
No, it's
fidgeting.
hard, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, it's the worst invention
Yeah,
ever.
that's
It's
true.
and
That's
it
true.
was forced upon us. So,
Yeah, because of the waste. It's happening.
talking about that, what would you change about Lithuania? Anything in any
Uh,
area?
Before we go to this question, just curious, how many questions do we have more?
Yeah, a couple.
Ooh, okay.
Or do you want more?
no.
A little bit less if possible. I'm
For
reaching
sure.
my
Okay. I can make
point.
it short, of course.
Yeah, sorry, I've just had a long day. So you can answer first.
So what would
Because
I
it's a
have to
personal.
change about Lithuanians? Maybe.
Lithuania, you said, not
Yeah,
Lithuania.
I mean
Lithuania. I mean, you can
Lithuania.
change about
I
Lithuanians,
mean,
but anything
the
regarding
thing that
Lithuania.
I don't wanna change anything. Maybe like like when I go outside, at least uh, I must see some happy faces, because when I'm in the bus, I see a lot of people like just staring at their phone. But that's kind of like a world thing. But I want to like see happy faces outside. So I wish that the old people over here gets more like friendly with the international thing which happens because that's they like see us and they like stare us from top to bottom. That's kind of like a discomfort for me when you travel around places over here. It's like really a barrier if you want to go to some new place over here. So I would like to change that. Yeah. But it depends upon people, right? Over here,
Mm.
some people have good views, some people see us in a bad view. So I would like to change that
Okay.
if possible. Yeah.
For me. I mean, just guys started looking at you like, wait, what did I do?
Okay, she's
I
done
would
that.
change only one thing, and you might not have expected that, but only one. I wish Lithuanian language was easier.
Mm.
That would
Oh,
solve everything. I love Lithuania just as it is.
In Indian languages, like for example, your language is easier to learn than Lithuanian.
No, no
No.
way.
no.
And that's why, yeah,
It's
I
hard
mean,
for me to learn Hindi as well.
yeah, and
It's hard for
Really?
me to learn Hindi as well.
Lithuanian and the language that our language came from, Sanskrit,
Sanskrit,
has
yeah,
so many
Sanskrit, yeah.
similarities. Like, how you say teeth?
Huh?
How do you say tooth in
In
Lithuanian?
Lithuanian.
Dantis.
We say dant in
Ah,
Sanskrit. And I learned about one more word. How do you say God?
Dievas.
We say Dev. And female
Oh,
goddess, Devi.
because I think, yeah, Lithuanian language is one of the oldest Indo-European
Yeah.
language.
And it
So
came from Sanskrit.
Indo-European,
Yeah, it
yeah.
came from Sanskrit a lot. And that's why we have, like, one more
Wow.
similarity is crazy. How do you say fire?
Ugnis.
Agni, we say. So,
Oh,
yeah.
So kind of similar, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
How,
So
how do you guys call sun in Lithuanian?
Saulė.
Saule? Is it
we
similar?
have Surya, but no, this is
No,
not similar.
okay.
But I know many more. But if we go into that, it
It's
will
a
become,
big thing, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So just I wish both our languages were easier to learn. But I would say I wish Lithuanian was easier to learn because I really want to. I'm really trying. But the hard part is the grammatical part. You know how the endings change. So if one thing I wanted to change is either somehow make Lithuanian easier or make the language center of my brain better.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about Lithuania, so make the
Yeah.
language easier. That's what I would do.
Okay, so the last question. So would you recommend Lithuanians visit India and why? Why yes? Because obviously. And any wishes for the viewers?
I would recommend you guys to visit India for sure to see the culture of what we do because they have a bad view, I suppose, because of the Instagram reels and the TikTok, what you guys see. And it'll be really great if you like have an idea. So like if you visit, you will have an idea of how things like work. Like you will, of course, you will have a really big cultural shock you guys have never seen. So I would really recommend you guys to visit India to just like know about the culture and also to like stay in the sun more and also to see like the more people around. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So the weather is the same. Yeah. So
And I think for me also it's a very similar reason. I want you to see that India is not what you think it is. It
yeah.
it has those parts that you think it is, but that's not what India is. For example, if people say, "Oh, you guys are, more reserved nature-wise," is that your identity? No. So in India also our identity is not the stereotype.
Yeah.
We are warm, we are friendly. Even if you don't know us at night, you will need a place to stay. I can bet you, if you ask 10 people, 8 out of them will say yes without asking your name.
Yeah.
And others will maybe ask your name, a little bit about you, and
Your social credit score.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
No, and not even that. But we are very welcoming people. And yeah, there are sides of us and there's some imperfections, but that doesn't create the identity of the
Yeah.
country
I mean,
itself.
those are the things even like we want to change. Even like we are
Even,
against it as
yeah, we
well.
are
So
against them even. And yes, so I would really like for especially ISM students also.
to take an
And
international tour to India,
yeah,
of
maybe they
course.
should add. They
Yeah.
have Erasmus opportunity in India, by the way. But I would love for everyone to see India and how amazing it is because people see India when they want to see the market, big market.
Yeah.
But when they want to see the culture and everything, they choose to selectively see what they want to see, which is the bad side. So
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend
Yeah.
visiting. And what I would ask our viewers is, I mean, if like maybe this was also just something briefly touched, that everyone feels different when they see people who look different, who think differently. I mean, even Lithuanians, I think, when they meet people who think differently, you feel different.
Yeah.
And there is a very thin line between being racist and being curious. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say be curious, try to get to know people culture, don't assume, And I would say embrace that curiosity instead of letting it become racism. And
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Be
that's
curious, not assume. Assumptions
exactly.
are
assumptions. Yeah, it's bad
racism.
because
Exactly.
Being
we are all like
curious is
humans.
not.
If
That's
you'll
good.
come to us and ask us, we will happily tell you so. But if you will come to us and shake your head and say, oh, some stereotype,
That's a bad.
yeah.
That's
So
bad.
I would say that if you get that curiosity, don't make it run away. Also, being overly scared that being racist is now like very bad. It's natural to be curious, and don't embrace the discomfort that comes from meeting different people. That's what
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah,
That's a good ending note. Thank you guys
yeah.
for coming
Dhanyavad. Yeah,
and see you. Good
yeah.
night.
Good night. Thank you.